Hey, what's up YouTube? Adventure Florida here. I am a huge Tentsile tree tent fan. I have 3 of their tents and a couple of their hammocks. For the most part, I've always had the big, large tents that house, 3 people. Well, that's not very practical if I'm going camping or hiking by myself. So I just recently purchased the Tentsile Una, which is a single person tent, and I absolutely love it. It sleeps great, everything's awesome. But one thing that I found was when you get inside of it with the fly sheet over top, it doesn't have a whole lot of room on the inside, and the fly sheet rests on top of the bug mesh. So if it's raining or something like that, you're gonna get a little bit of condensation on the inside. I really didn't like that. There are other tents, they have a exoskeleton where that won't happen. So played around with some stuff in my head and ordered some stuff off of Amazon and eBay, and this is what I came up with. So check it out. So this is the standard without the exoskeleton. I just want to show you for comparison. Without anything else, it kind of just lays right on top of the hammock. And they do include, Tentsile did think about this, they put a little, so you see that, a little catch up here that you can attach to a guideline from another tree. And that's supposed to lift that rain fly up off of you while you're sleeping. But I've got something way better than that, guys. Check this out. Okay, now let me show you what I did. I went and I bought a couple of spare tent poles and some grommet kits from a local hardware store. And what I did was I took a key ring. I had several of these extra laying around the house, and a piece of strap that I took off of an old pack that I had. And then I took the grommet kit and I put, on this end, I put three grommets. 1 to attach to the actual tent, and then 2 for my new tent poles to go into. And on the other corner, same thing, only I have 1 and 1. And I did the same thing over there on that one. So real quick, let me set up the exoskeleton that I built, and I'll show you how it works. Be right back. These are 12-foot long anodized aluminum tent poles. They're very similar to the ones that Tentsile sends with the tent. And then I bought this little anodized spacer. I believe I got it on Amazon or eBay. I'll put the link in the description. It's like $2.99, but it holds your poles together and it keeps a little bit of tension in the middle, and you'll see why that's important in a minute. So let me hook these up and I'll show you what we got. All right. So now we have our exoskeleton built, and I'll show you those grommets, how they hold on now. It's like that. And then come around here. You can see the new exoskeleton, how it sits up. Follow that down. Your spacer. And on each side, they come down to here. So that's the setup for the exoskeleton. Now I'm going to show you the fly. I'm going to put the fly on top, and you'll see how much room you have on there versus without it. All right, there you go. Let's look at the inside. As you can see, Tentsile gives you plenty of room. They give you plenty of room to attach this to your existing tent. And the difference is on the inside. So underneath, if you ever want to know when you're buttoning your stuff up, if you take this, which runs back here, pull that forward, and then run these through to each side, you can button your tent up when you're not using it. And that way nothing can really get in there. Let's unbutton it so I can show you the inside. There we go. So here we go on the inside now. You can see how much more space you have This is probably, I don't know, maybe 16 inches of space that you wouldn't have. And thinking maybe if I had a tension, something that I could put on here and attach it to this exoskeleton, like a bungee or something, that would actually keep this up off of my feet, which is something that I've heard a lot of people complain about. But this is at least one thing if you're gonna be camping in a wet environment and you wanted to make sure that you stayed as dry as possible. This is definitely something that's very cost effective. It cost me 25 bucks to build this. It adds about a half a pound of weight to your pack. So in the grand scheme of things, this thing weighs a couple pounds more than a lightweight hammock. So it's not like you're gonna be really pressed for weight if you're packing this hammock out. So another half pound, if that, is nothing in relation to staying dry overnight. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and we'll see you soon.